Hi, my name is Mr. Chon. You're welcome to my study room. Today I'm solving objective questions 20 and 27 of the 2023 WASSCE Further or Elective Mathematics paper written by Ghana. I choose to put these two questions together because they are under the same topic, Binomial Theorem. We move straight to the question 20, which reads that find the fifth term of the binomial expansion of 2x minus 3 or exponent 7. The key facts from this problem are to find the fifth term of this binomial expansion. As we might all remember, in binomial expansion we can use the Pascal's triangle, the binomial theorem, or the combination method, which is just more or less like an extension of the binomial theorem. But in this case, I'll be using the combination method, which I would say is the shortest of the three I just mentioned, if you really know how to do it. And another advantage is that you can use it just to find one term instead of finding all the terms before you select the term you are looking for. You can use the combination method to find just a single term. For example, this question is asking us to find the fifth term. So we are going to use the combination method to find just the fifth term. Just to give a little background before I move on straight to the question, generally, the combination method says that if we have a general binomial, say a plus x, all exponents n, then to expand this, we are going to have n combination r and a, which is the first term, exponent n minus r, and then x, which is the second term, exponent r, where r runs from 0 to n and r is the number of term minus 1. So that means that for the first term, the arrow there will be 0. Okay, and don't worry, you understand this when I start solving the problem itself, but just this will be used to explain the problem, right? So now we move on to the fifth term of this. So the fifth term of all of this will be written as 7 combination 4, which explain this part of it. So the 7 is the n, which is the exponent here, and then the r, I explained already, that is the term minus 1. So remember, here we are solving for the fifth term. So 5 minus 1 is the 4 that we have under the c here, the c for combination. So we have n, which is the exponent of the question, the 7 combination 4, which is the term you are solving for, minus 1. So if you are solving for the 7th term, this will be 6. If you are solving for the 9th term, this will be 8. So that's how we got the 4, because it's 5 minus 1, the term minus 1. Then let's move on. We now take the first term, which is the a, right? And with this question, the first term is the 2x. So remember, since they are 2 moving together, I'll write 2x here, and I'll put it in parentheses. Then we have n minus r. So that will be 7 minus 4, which is 3. So I put 3 here. Then now we move to the second term, which in what I'm doing here is x, right? In this case, the second term is negative 3. Remember, it goes with the sign. So I put negative 3 here. Then exponent r, which in this case is 4. So I put 4 here. If what we did now sound a bit confusing to you, don't worry. Just pause the video, reverse it a little bit, and then go through once again. You'll be fine. And the good news is that multiple choice question, which doesn't require us to show working. So since calculator is permitted, we don't need to solve everything that the calculator can do. So we get onto our calculator quickly. This is our calculator. We turn it on, and then we put a 7 combination 4. You first of all click 7, you press shift, and then the division, that is the combination here, n combination r here. So but remember, it's in the brown color, so anything in the brown you have to press shift before. So 7 combination 4, and then you just hit equal to, and that gives you 35. So we put 35 here for the 7 combination 4. Then now remember, we put this in the parentheses for a reason, so that we know that this will be 2 cubed and then x cubed, right? So let's be very clear on that. So 2 cubed is 8. That's multiplication, so I just decided to put that. Then x cubed is also here, but I don't want to mess it up, so I'm going to put the x cubed last. Or if you know you forget, you can just write the x cubed before the 3. But then this, or I can also do it this way, 8x cubed for the whole 2x cubed, because 2 times 2 is 4, 4 2 is 8. Then negative 3 exponent 4 will give us 81. You just have to make sure you are putting the negative 3 in parentheses so that it will not give you negative 81 instead of positive 81. Then we now put the whole of this in our calculator, and then we write our answer. So you're going to do 35 times 8 times 81. Then the answer will be x cubed. So we bring our calculator back again, and now we are going to have 35 times 8 times 81, and then that gives us 22,680. So let me write that, 22,680. Remember, there is x cubed here, so x cubed. And then looking through the options, the answer is option D. And again, I know this is a bit clumsy if this is your first time looking at this, but just take your time and work it out, or pause the video and play it slowly. You understand. And remember, I just think this is the shortest or the simplest way of doing it, but then you can also use the Pascal's triangle or the binomial theorem itself, which will take a little longer than this, and then you choose the fifth term out of it. It will give you the same thing. We move on to question 27. Question 27 asks us to find the coefficient of x exponent 4 in the binomial expansion of 2x plus 1 over 3 or exponent 6. Again, as simple as it looks, the key facts are that this is the binomial, and then you have to find the coefficient of x exponent 4. Again, since by solving this problem we are not treating the topic from the scratch, we will just be using some ideas from the topic. So the hint we can get from here is that the term with x exponent 4 is the third term. And then someone might ask that, how did we know that? Using the binomial theorem, you see that the first term of this is going to be the first term of the binomial. So that is 2x exponent, the highest exponent, which is 6. Then the second term is going to be 6 multiplying 2x, which is the first term of the binomial. Now this 6 will reduce to 5. And then now we introduce the second term, which is 1 over 3 for the first time. Then the third term is going to be 6, which is the highest exponent, times 5, which is 6 minus 1. And then multiplying 2x exponent 5 minus 1 will be 4. And then this one will increase to 2. So 1 over 3 squared. All of this over 2 factorial, which is the same as 2 times 1. So from this, fortunately, we have our x exponent 4 here already. So that is how I know it's the third term, because this is the first term, second term, third term. So already, if you solve this using your calculator, you should get what we are looking for. But then I said earlier in the previous question that it is easier to use the combination method when solving for only one term. So I'm going to use the combination method again, which now we said a third term. So we are going to have 6 combination 2, because 6 is the n, which is the highest exponent. Then combination 3 minus 1 is 2 as the coefficient. Then for the third term, we are going to have the first term of the binomial here, which is 2x exponent 6 minus 2, which is 4. All right. then the second term, which is 1 over 3 exponent r, which is 2. Our attention is not really on that, but I think it's a very important point, so I'm going to make that point, that always when you add the two exponents, they should always be equal to the highest exponent that we have here. Don't forget that in each term, when you add the two exponents, they should be equal to the highest exponent. So this is 6. This is an invisible one. 1 plus 5 is 6. This is 4 plus 2, 6, and it will continue. 3 plus 3, 6. 2 plus 4, 6. 1 plus 5, 6, and then 6. It will continue in that order. So don't forget that. And now that we have this, we're just going to put this in our calculator. So we first put 6 combination 2. So 6, shift, then division for combination, and then 2, which equals 15. So I write my 15 here. 15, and then 2 exponent 4 is 16. So I write 16 x exponent 4. Then 1 over 3 squared is 1 over 9. Then just multiply 15 by 16 divided by 9, all times 1 over 9 is the same thing. So let me do that. If you think the way I said it will confuse you, then let's do 15 times 16 times 1 over 9. So 1 divided by 9. Remember to close the parentheses, and that gives us 80 over 3. So this becomes 80 over 3 x exponent 4. And now the question said we should find just the coefficient. And since the coefficient is a number in front of the variable, it means that the correct answer to this question is B, 80 over 3. Remember, this one here can give you the same thing, only that it is a longer approach. And like I said earlier, this is multiple choice question, which requires speed, and we are not expected to show working, so we don't need to do that. But then if you go ahead and then work this out, 6 times 5 is 30. Then 2 exponent 4 is 16x power 4. Then multiplying 1 over 9, all divided by 2, right? So these 2 divide this 30 here, 15. And you see that it already looks like this here. So 15 times 60 divided by 9 will give us 80 over 3, then x power 4. So you should use any of them. But then if you remember, the combination method is very short and straightforward, and that saves you a lot of time. But you can also use this to verify. It's just entirely up to you. And that is where we end the study for today. I hope this lesson has been of help to you. If yes, then kindly consider subscribing to this channel for more videos like this. Till we meet again in my study room. Bye bye.